We on?
Hello.
Hello.
So, sorry for that cough. Turns out we hadn't plugged the mics in. It's been a while. Sophie got ill, that's why. It's Sophie's fault. Let's blame Sophie. My God, I'm getting like messages from people like, there's no sound on this actually. And I'm like, yes. Hang on, I'll just tell Tori that we're back on.
Cool. Do we have to reintroduce
ourselves? Have we got like, yes. You do the intro while that's on this.
I am Sophie Jackson, and this is Thanks Anderton.
Hang on, logos, names. There you go.
And then
what, you want it off?
Yeah.
Okay, Sozard. Right, logo. And welcome to
the best ever tattoo podcast live stream, second go on the 10th of January.
We are absolute fucking noobs, like. Sorry about this, guys.
I still prefer it, though.
So, yeah, probably. But anyway, what happened on the last one was we forgot to plug the mics in because we're noobs anyway.
We didn't forget to plug the mics in. We forgot to plug this box thing in.
Yeah, the mics are plugged into the box, but the box is not plugged into the computer, so you know. What else are we saying? It's also the 197 subscriber special. Now, almost to 200 subscribers.
Are we going to do anything for it or not?
Subscribes. Yeah, we're probably going to give a giveaway away. I reckon it's right, because we've got them vouchers, which we don't have any to show you because we're fucking noobs, obviously. We're going to give away £200 worth of tattoos. Probably to 2 people, potentially 3 people. I thought, right, because we've got the £100 vouchers, we've got £50 vouchers. What about giving like one 100 away and 2 50s?
Sounds good.
And we'll get people to do something. Who knows what yet? It's not this podcast, so we don't have to think about it yet.
I'm pretty sure you did show the people.
I've showed you the vouchers before, yeah. So, tell us what you think we should do on the giveaway thing.
Who, me?
No, the people.
Oh, okay. I had to put it in a live chat because I know Top Chat sometimes doesn't have the things.
Okay, so subjects. Welcome back, Sophie.
Yes.
First of all, I've got like some things to talk about. You've got some things to talk about.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I was reading some of the file names that you've got on your computer.
Well, yeah. Well, why? You were supposed to wait until I showed you them.
It's hard not to read
Which
things.
one do you want to see first?
Cunt examination.
Right. So this one is... I saw this on a post. This has nothing to do with tattoos. There's going to be tattoo stuff, by the way, but not all of it's going to be tattoo stuff. Wow, that is taking a while to load, isn't it? Put it on there. I saw this. I'll just switch the screens. How do I do that now? I forgot. Second display. Yoink. Transition. There you go. This is just on a thing called Crap Signs I joined. And one of the rooms is cunt examination.
Cunt examination, yeah. Nice.
And I thought I'd save this to sometimes I'll be like, Sophie, you need to get yourself down there.
I love those kind of crap sign things. That reminds us of the... there was a sign in Bulgaria. Right. It was like you go buy them. It was like gynecologist. It's just like a stupid little souvenir sign. And one of them said penis control. The control had an E on the end. And I don't know why. I never bought it. Yeah. But it had the P for parking. And penis control. It's just so random. I really wish I got it.
So we've went through content examination so far. What else can I show you? I'll show you Greg's man. Should I just open that second page up?
Just keep the second
How do I do that? This one. Right, that might be better. Second display. Small camera.
Small cam.
What was it? I'll show you Greg's man. I saw this. You know, after me Greg's t-shirt. That is taking a while to load. This happened. This man. Police are asking for help to find a wanted man from the Bury area. Sean Avers is wanted on recall to prison. Make sure you keep an eye out for him.
Oh, I didn't know there was different designs for the jumpers.
I know, yeah. I'm a bit jealous of that one. Nah, I think mine was better, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was better. I've also since learnt, I've got one file called Squirt there, because I've learnt that squirting is actually piss. Did you already know that?
Yeah, I knew this.
People
like to cope and argue about this. And
I wrote, when girls squirt, is it urine? Conclusions, the present data based on ultrasonographic bladder monitoring and biochemical analysis indicate that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity. So there you go.
I mean,
squirting is piss.
It comes out the
wee hole.
The wee hole, so...
Yeah, it's definitely piss. But, you know, jizz comes out the wee hole also, but...
That's a good point. But, yeah...
Maybe it's not. Right, I also saw this on Tattoo Shop Talk, I think.
And now we're going to tattoo things, or is it?
Well, we'll do a bit. This is just kind of like someone
Someone
not that
said,
arsed
"Hi
about.
guys, great work." Hello, thank you.
Thank you. Who is it? Read their names when they say
Darren
stuff.
Strong.
Hi guys, great work. Thanks, Darren Strong.
We're trying our
You
best.
know what's not great work? That last attempt at the podcast. Here we go. Cock football. That one I've called.
Nice. That does look like a big penis.
Definitely looks like he's kissing a penis there.
a big.
Basically, to me,
Really
this is what
penis.
football is anyway. That's what it all looks like to me.
I really don't like the colour of the strip and none of the else of
It's not ideal, is
coloured
it?
in.
It's a tattoo on a tattoo, though. The old tatception.
Nice.
Right. Oh, so this also, I thought this was quite funny. I wish this was automatically open on there.
I've seen this one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Looks like your mum bought herself a van. BJ Champion. Tee-hee. Yes, let's go through them fast because these are like, none of these are like maybe that funny, but you know. I saw this AI hand thing. You know, we were talking about the AI art, they can't do hands. Yeah. I saw that. Because like all the AI hands look weird like that. That's that.
Oh, right, but that's a piece of art.
I think so. I
Yeah,
think that's
it is.
I did save some other photos of the AI hands as well, but like it's not that funny. I don't care enough. But you know, there's that. On that subject though, I've got some AI things. There's a man.
AI things.
I wish that would. Why can't that automatically open on there, Sophie?
Darren says, "I followed your work for years. I must come and see you."
Yeah, you should. Must. I mean, Darren Vade is at Norway, and he says when simple AI tests end up as full-scale painting. I've heard a lot about AI-generated art, but never tried it myself, so I decided to give it a chance. I had this idea of a samurai-looking predator remotely inspired of ancient Japan, so what we say here is AI-generated thumbnails for small pictures, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So basically, he said what he's doing, I think, what we were saying. Like he's doing, what do you call it? He's generating the thumbnails to then make his own art from.
Yeah.
So that's one of his things. This is another one of his things. So I think them's his thumbnails that he's got.
Yeah.
I think he's then went on to do this, and I don't quite understand if that's his final thing or not. Because then I think this was his final thing. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, right, because it doesn't look like a predator there, but now it does, I guess.
So, like, what is the crack, though? Is that just that same drawing from them? Is he chose...
Right, so what I'm guessing is he's picked one of them, possibly the third or fourth image, and then maybe upscaled it. So the AI puts it, like, makes it higher res and more defined, and then he's painted over it on the very left.
But, like, these is very similar. Like, which one's his? Is this the AI one on the left, or is that the AI one on the right? Or are they both ones that he's done? Because
I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
I feel like the sword's a bit weird on the left. The sword, he's got a proper katana on the right.
So this might be like an AI one, and then he's just drew this over the top of it, maybe. Yeah, because some of this stuff doesn't make sense on this one. Maybe this is the AI one.
The rim light's a bit weird, isn't it? It's like both sides, but... Yeah, I'm going to guess the one on the left's AI.
And this is like a human's like deciphered the AI and made it like his own thing.
Yeah.
Because this is the one that he posted like finished and like a bit bigger than that and stuff. So there, maybe AI's got a place.
I've been doing a bit of that.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't have any examples, but I've just been messing on, like generating stuff and like then photoshopping it to be a bit more normal because it's potentially like art reference stuff.
Nice. So a guy called Simon Welsh has asked us to review something on here.
Okay.
Also on messages. He wrote, I'd love to hear about this one on your YouTube. Is it genuine? The needle looks ridiculous. Oh wow, is my computer dying? Please don't. So, can this work? If I just play this on there, it should work, shouldn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yoink. And I make that bit bigger. I have not cropped the video. Alright, wow, is that going to make noise as well? I'll turn that down. So that's a cover-up that they're doing with this 123 needle mag.
Looks like a comb.
And that's saying the whole arm blackout took 3 hours. Be interesting to see that, like, healed, honestly. It looks solid there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
you just get to see how it heals.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that
Although
looks.
the top's not finished.
It looks healed at the top there.
Like, the top's still got marker
maybe it's
pen
just
from
dry.
where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, that needle size is real. Like, you can definitely get them that kind of size. Small camera off. Yeah, you can definitely get needles that size. The biggest one I've got is like a 49 mag. I think I've showed you it's about like that long. So this one's going to be like double that at least. The problem that I would see with that though is that you've got the surface area. It's going to be really hard to get all those needles to go in at the same time on your skin. You could stretch it, obviously.
Because it's not a flat surface.
So maybe that, like, and if it looked a bit curved, so if it's 100 and whatever needles he said there, and it's curved, you might only be using like 70 of them anyway. Only 70. But it's gonna, if you've got the right stretch and your machine's powerful enough to push them in, it should work.
Yeah.
But I don't know like how much trauma that's going to give to the skin and stuff, and how well it's going to heal. So it'd be interesting to see it heal. But it did look solid though. So and it was sped up there. So I don't know if he's going really fast or he's going actually slow and sped up to go looking like it's going fast.
Yeah.
3.5 hours for full sleeves, kind of fast like.
Yeah, but it sounds like it would hurt.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Right, next subject. I think we should bash through them a little bit because we've got a lot.
Are we
talk
on
about here. I'm going to go back on the second display, small camera.
tattoo subjects now?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to talk about one of your things, like?
Oh no, it's completely up to you.
Because I have some more things to talk about. Let's have a look in the tattoo shop one. We've got this post. I'm going to keep saying this, but I really wish these would just automatically go over there.
You're not in studio mode, I think. Oh,
yeah, I am, yeah.
Oh.
Well, what?
Oh, what was that?
Excuse me. This guy's saying ink barley. Well, oh my fucking God, this is doing my head in. Right. Well done, full back, 2 sessions, 12 hours, include break, Japanese style, tick, 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 arm. Thanks for trusting, brother, pray at
Fleur de
Lis. For booking an appointment, please DM down arrow, ink barley.
Ink barley.
And this is what he's done in 12 hours. I don't know if this is going to be 2 sessions, maybe, or 1 session. I'm not sure. But what's your thoughts on this?
I don't like it.
Why do you not like it? If you let's just forget that it looks rushed, right? Because it was done in 12 hours, brag. But let's think about like why don't you like it actually?
It's difficult to see what's going on at a first glance. Which you need to have instant readability, and it doesn't. Because like, I feel like is Armour's arguing with the levels of the building. Like it's all very liney.
Definitely. What do you think would be the biggest thing you could change to like the one improvement that you could make? There's a lot, there's always a lot of things.
Make
what
the
do you
samurai smaller, I thought.
Right, okay. Yeah, that probably would like give him a bit more of a silhouette.
It's messing with the perspective as well. Like, obviously he's in the foreground because he's bigger than the building, but like, it wouldn't look like that, I guess, if it was real. It's
like if you blur your eyes or you zoom out, you don't know what it is, like you're saying. There's no readability.
The moon is the only thing that you like pick up on.
Yeah, this is very common though. It's like a very common mistake, especially in black and grey work, because people are scared to go dark enough. What's happening there is, imagine you've got like basically you've got like darks, mediums, and lights. We'll just say it like that. So there's only there's more than 3. Obviously, there's almost infinite from black all the way to white. I read in a book, I forgot what it was called now, but she was saying that there's basically 10 distinct shades, black all the way to white, that you can tell.
Right.
That your eyes can pick up on. But for simple, to make it simple, let's say there's 3. There's dark, medium, and light. And people either, there's like the common mistakes people do. They either go dark and medium and no lights, or they go dark and light and no mediums. They go medium and light and no darks, etc. kind of thing. And this has got like, it's got this is the other problem. They go dark, medium, and light on everything. So it's like the guy goes from black all the way to skin color. the background goes from black all the way to skin color, and the
Right.
building does the
I
same
get you.
thing.
I get you.
So there's nothing to like separate anything. It's just you've got this white skin everywhere. That's the you could darken points. If you darkened all of the background so there was no skin color on it, and the lightest parts of even the building were still like let's say a value of 3 or 4 kind of dark, the guy going all the way to light would stand out in front of them, and you would get his silhouette back, because you're losing the silhouettes of everything because it's not just all argue, and that's the main thing that I saw.
I've just realised that there's a river pond thing at the bottom right. It took us ages to figure out what that was. And one random cherry blossom petal in the middle of the whole thing.
There's 2. There's one underneath that one as well.
Is there?
Yeah, just there.
Oh, God, right, yeah.
Oh, there's 3. There's one above there as well.
Oh, right,
At
right.
least 3. There's at least 3.
See how hard it
minimum.
is to pick something out of there, though.
Exactly, yeah. So, the thing that would make this better, or the way to make it better, and do those things, is to not brag about it taking 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, yeah,
take
it's obvious.
25 hours or something, like double the amount of time, and that would look double the amount better, honestly, I think.
Also, the proportions on the samurai are terrible. Like, the hands crap and everything.
But, like, people are going to read this. Like, some people would look at that and be like, wow, you can get all that tattooing done in 12 hours. I'm going to go and book him with him. And that's cool. He's the guy for you then, isn't he?
Yeah.
But you can do it way better if you slow down. Right, well, we've got comments. Graham Irwin, it's Matt Emotion, don't be fooled. What was Matt Emotion? Matthew Emotion.
Imagine that being your name.
I saw, I got Viz magazine the other day just while I was on the train because I went to Newcastle. And there was a post in there. It was like, does anyone know anyone called Matthew Black? Because if you have, send him this photo and start calling him a toilet butler. And there was a picture of like these, like, what holds a toilet wall that said Matt Black toilet butler. Nick O'Rourke says, Happy New Year. I'm going to send you pics of mine and Johnny's heel tattoo soon. Thank you so much again. Yes, please do. Thank you. Freshest tart. Looks like he's about to pee into the stream. It did, actually.
That samurai looks like he's pissing against a wall.
That is it, isn't it? He's pissing against a wall. Let's have another look at him. Yeah, he does. I can't bother to put it up. Right. Next thing that I saw. This is not a very funny post. I kind of like don't like the not funny posts, but you know, some things are worth talking about. Client wants the exact. This is group member, right? Stop doing that, please. Just upload as yourself, you weirdo.
Oh, the anonymous thing.
Did that,
Yeah.
Client wants the exact design of a tattoo she sent you. She won't budge on customizing or changing it at all after you insist on not copying. Brackets, it's a fine line sunflower. Geometric piece in someone else's distinct style. What do you do?
That sounds like it's not distinct.
It's many people's distinct style. They just all want to argue about it. Wondering if I'm just being a money-hating Karen or responsible by not wanting to copy an exact design by someone else. Then she's put a poll up. Do it, who cares? Do it, but don't post it. Don't do it. What's your opinion, Sophie?
I feel like it depends how like popular you are.
Yeah.
Like if you
if you're fully booked and you're popular and people want to come for you, then obviously don't do it.
Yeah. But if you're like,
if you're brand new,
and
you're not on the internet, do it, who cares? If you're brand new, you're not booked up. Maybe you're not even brand new. You're not booked up. It's do it, but don't post it.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
And I wrote a comment on, I didn't screenshot my thing. I said something along the lines, do it, don't post it. Then go on the internet and pretend you're really righteous and tell them that you wouldn't do it, even though you did it anyway. Like all the self-righteous people do.
I think like people, like the more I'm alive, the more I realise that like I've kind of stopped caring about art stealing because it is all of art is stealing.
All the time. Forestfinger.png, check this out.
Oh, that was in my thing.
Was it really?
Yeah, that was. Oh, I have that.
What about that? What do you think of that? That's happened. I hate whoever did that.
How long is that going to be happening for?
Yeah, how long until you get a message asking for this tattoo? I'm honestly surprised. I haven't looked at the emails, to be fair. We might have. Someone's going to want that. I guarantee.
What are you going to tell them? Just like...
I'm just going to go like...
It doesn't exist.
It's not real. It's going to look a mess. And then I'll say, I'll do it for you, but I won't post it. Yeah. And then I'll tell everyone that I would have told you no. But if you want to give us 50 quid a year...
How quickly do you think that's going to look bad?
Look a mess. I'm going to give it about, until it's healed, 4 weeks. 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
So 3 weeks after the 3-week healing period? Or
No, I'm going to say 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So 1 week after the 3-week healing period. 3 months and it's going to look a mess already. It's going to just look like blobs, especially on the finger, especially on the underside if it goes there.
Yeah, it's mental.
Full moon needle use. All right, okay. That's nothing to do with that. But this happened. Someone said, got to be a full moon. Client got upset that we wouldn't use her needle on her family member to avoid paying for another tattoo. What in the hell? I can't make it up.
I've had something like that before.
What we're tattooing?
Yeah, they were one of my customers. They were like, I don't know.
Chavs.
Yeah. And they said, "Oh, just you don't have to change the needles." And I'm like,
"Oh, was that like?"
I do have to change the needles.
I know it was. Here's another tattoo-related question. Tattoo-related question. Greet your clients. Okay, I've been tattooing for almost 8 years now. It's time to address this. The thing I struggle with the most is actually greeting my clients, especially new clients. I'm always so awkward. Like I say hi, and then my brain switches to need to get this tattoo started ASAP. For example, forget to ask them how they are, which is basic question 1. I'm being better about it. I have tried to be cool in the past, introducing myself, then asking them questions like I've just met them to realise I've tattooed half sleeve on them before. I feel like I come off cold and uncaring. I don't mean to be mean, but I'm not sure how to change it. I know clients really appreciate feeling welcomed and valued, but I'm not sure how to do that. Help, please. I guess my question is, how do you guys greet y'all's clients? What do y'all do to ensure they feel comfortable in y'all's presence /shop? Thanks. So I think just you do you.
Yeah.
That's obviously the answer to that. Just do what you want. Like, I'm probably not the best person to talk about this, although a lot of my clients feel comfortable with me fucking around and playing on the piano for half an hour before we start and that. But some people would not like that.
Yeah.
Some people do understand that, like, it's just him in it. It's how he is. But it's like, I get like a decent amount of decent work done after it. And I've tried days when I don't mess around, and honestly, those days when I try to work really hard, I get less done.
Yeah.
I find that I'm more effective or more efficient when I'm happy. It's a proven thing though. Your brain works, I think it was something like 40% more efficient when you're happy than when you're stressed or whatever. But if you're not like, if it's not natural for you to ask them how they are, then you don't have to ask them how they are.
I mean, as long as you're like still getting clients,
if
and
you
stuff,
want to,
you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, I think some of the problem with these kind of things is sometimes the bosses of the places try to push the work through too fast. And I think it needs to take as long as it takes. But this is the other thing. Sometimes, like, if I will work later if I have fucked around a bit much, or I will charge less, and bosses wouldn't be happy with that a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But you are the boss.
I am the fucking boss, mate, innit? She's also posted a tattoo with that post. I'll put that on, show you. Not bad.
I like it.
Quite like it. Nice, huh?
Is that neo-traditional? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, I'd probably call that neo-tradish.
Interesting berries. I do like a berry tattoo.
I like a Beza tattoo, do you?
I do.
What was that post thing you said again that you were talking about earlier on?
The Platty Jubes for the
Platty Jubes for the Platinum Jubilee. And what was the other one?
Cosy Lives for the cost of
Tell the
living
story, because I can't remember it properly.
So there was this post on Facebook that's been going around, and it's like, probably a piss take, but it's a screenshot from a conversation on Facebook Marketplace, and it's like, sorry babe, I can't go any lower than this because of the Cosy Lives. And the other person's like, what's the Cosy Lives? And he's like, it's slang for the cost of living crisis.
So, this is that Gary Montgomery guy, the post that you showed me just now. This one I actually thought was really funny.
I saw that one.
Did you?
Yeah. I really like the text he does.
Yeah, I do.
Although, is that M blown out at the top right?
Yeah, a bit on here. Yeah, a bit. Puddles added mid-tattoo. I always get nervous when I freehand, but I thought... So, like, this is funny, right? And I thought it was really funny. I find it less funny now because I've looked at the rest of his work, but I thought it was really funny when I saw this.
If this was a one-off.
If that was a one-off, yeah, great. But it's like, this is now his thing.
This is what he does.
People always do this, though. And they're just like, oh, this is my style now. I found it. It's like that one post gets like a few likes and they're just like, oh, that's me. Yeah, I'll just do loads of them. What if people want it, I guess. But like, it's just... It got a bit much. Like, one was just some woman pissing on some guy's face. One was like two blokes shagging on a chair, and it says "living my best life" or something like that, and I was just like, block. Sorry, mate. I don't want to see it. I can't be. It's like whatever. But that one was funny. I thought like I'd saved that before. Like
who gets like I understand that one that you just put up, but like the one of someone pissing on someone else's face. It's like who gets that?
I don't know. They might think it's funny. Who am I to say they don't think it's funny?
I don't think it's funny. Oh, I saw this one as well.
Funny.
It's the worst tattoo I've ever seen.
Delete if not allowed. Looking for a shop that can do something like this. Just wanted to show we as dependers serve too. Thanks in advance. First of all, stop it. Second of all, no, you don't serve too.
The top comment was something like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like almost didn't say our legs there. I was like,
how did you tattoo the invisible bit inside of the zips? It's horrible.
I hate it. It's so trashy.
Yeah. They hopefully love it. Right, so there was a whole thing also about a razor. Right, I don't know if you've seen this. Have you seen this one?
Is it one where it's like, let your client keep the razor?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Let's
I've
go
seen
through
that
it.
one.
So this guy, this legend, Raphael Medja, started asking customers if they like to take their razors rather than me just throwing it in the trash. Just feels wasteful. Surprisingly, most customers are choosing to keep it. I think out of politeness, by the way. They're just like, yeah, mate, I'll take that.
Okay. Like they think it's like shop protocol to give them the razor or something.
Obviously, people weren't into it. So let's have a look at some of the comments that came on. Someone says, do you let them keep the needle too? I don't know what that guy... Oh, that's just a gif in it because people like gifs. What, please? Shannon M. All my clients have to drink their own rinse cups as well after my tattoos to reduce waste. Forbidden juice. Give them solidified or give them something to chew. Then the guy came back with his gamma reaction. Obviously, that's how, he's going to react. So he says, you motherfuckers are just a bunch of haters. Are a bunch of haters and I fucking love it. Yours mom ate my babies because they're also not wasteful. And Lex Wright says, you are a fucking tool. My best advice, dirty delete this post and go be disgusting secretly. Then he started gammering out more and more, obviously. Then, what's this one? Jane Britton says, I'm not even a germaphobe, but what the fuck? First of all, I'm sure my health inspector would have a field day with that. Plus, what happens if they try to say that you were liable for an infection that they later got you to the razor that you gave them? Might sound silly at first until some dumbass tries to sue you. Is this a serious post? Very good point, I thought. Then I've got, what's this? Razor Wink. I've saved it as. Oh, someone said, yo, tomorrow after I shave my client, I'm going to whisper, put this in your pocket, hand them the razor and a wink.
Did you get the hot dog comment of this one or
The
not?
hot dog comment, I don't know about that.
There was someone who said, what's the, that on the ink, next to the ink caps? And someone said it was ketchup.
Oh, this?
And then someone went out their way to like put a fucking... like a tattoo machine into a hot dog bun and put like ketchup and mustard. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a really high effort like joke just on some comment thread.
I think there's like 100 and I don't know. There's more than 180 comments on it now, so I missed.
It's so shit flingy, this group.
Dolores Zabasnik, I think I've tattooed her, in Italy. I used to talk to her all the time on the internet. If it's the same person. I stopped telling that after one sick person asked me to take it. I said, sure, started cleaning my station. I turned around and the guy was shaving his balls in front of me. I think it was the worst day ever for me. Of course, I never gave him another appointment. Sounds a bit funny, but as a woman, I felt very disturbing and disrespectful. Clown emoji. Clown. Imagine that, man. Some guy just starts shaving his balls in front of you.
Dry shaving his balls.
Mate. Yeah, do you not want some dental to go on that first?
Just a muscle button, mate.
What else have we got here then? I've got this Rihanna portrait. Rihanna 1, another gamma person in Tattoo Shop Talk. Rihanna portrait on fake skin that I did a few weeks ago.
It's not like mega bad. It's like he's probably going to get there.
Yeah, it's he's got some good techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the like reference though?
That's not Rihanna, is it?
Allegedly.
It doesn't look like her.
Banana. What's the name? Okay, right. So, anyway, this is how the comments go. Someone said, I like many things about this tattoo. The hair, the textures, how smooth you move your shadows, but it's not Rihanna. And the nose is wrong, measured. And then he writes, this is where it starts. No, rather keep quiet, lol. Then posted the like reference so you can see how different it is. And then, you know, people don't like this when this starts happening. So then someone photoshopped them together. Nose, eyes, lips, face shape, everything is off. The chin is the best though. See how wide it is compared. Fuck me, didn't even realise that was more concerned with the attitude on it. I don't know what the guy. Then we've got... Oh, who was this one?
So it's not Rihanna?
Well, I know. I think it is supposed to be Rihanna. It's just like he's not done a great job, has he?
Like, the reference photo doesn't look like... It looks like a different person. But he's made
I think it is her, isn't it? It is her. You just like... It doesn't look like what you expected to look like, I guess. That's. It does look like her, I think. Just not exactly... So some of this happens with celebrities sometimes. Like, some certain photo in a certain light and doesn't necessarily look exactly like they normally do. Well, I just wanted to give some feedback. When we paint or tattoo a famous portrait, we have to be straight to all the lines and the measurements. Sorry if you are here to receive only the good comments, you will never evolve. I like a lot this tattoo, I mean it, but if I was a client and asked you for Rihanna, I would be mad. Are you blind? I can't stand people like you. My portrait's facial features are exact same reference. You are wrong. You are wrong, don't cry. So then someone made this video for him.
Wow.
Is that on there?
He's also took it at a low angle.
Like making the opacity go down so you can see like where all of the like mistakes and stuff are. It's not exactly the same, is it? Obviously. Oh. Yes, I was listening to Amy Winehouse Back in Black. They learned it on the piano. And then my favourite of all, the whole thread, was this. This portrait sucks. The facial features aren't even close. The exact rest of your tattoos aren't great either, and your attitude's fucking horrible. And someone says, salty boy got wonky.
That's like a little kid insult that just works.
Yeah. Salty boy got wonky. That's it. That's the summary. So yes, that was the great Rihanna post.
How, like, there's like a shit flinging contest in every comment section of Tattoo Shop Talk.
Yeah, it's because tattooists are pirates. Essentially, that's why, isn't it? It's like Jason Butcher said this. He's like, the good thing about being the owner of the studio is that you're the captain of the ship. Problem is, it's a pirate ship. What comments have we got here?
None.
The arm sleeve. No one's talking. No one loves us anymore.
No, they're watching though. They're watching.
Right. Next, sponsorship, throwaway drawing, wrap arm. Someone's asking about wrapping your arm. Do you wrap your arms before you tattoo? And then they were saying like, someone says, I always wrap my arms because it's nasty. Me too, definitely Alina, and I come home with ink on my arm. Dude, wanted to drown myself in the bathtub filled with bleach. I was mortified. And I wrote, just lick it off and stop being so soft.
I've noticed that Tattoo Shop Talk is like a gatekeeping competition to see how hygienic you can be. It's like super.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You're not wearing a hazmat suit?
I used to feel like so into that at one point, and I'm just like, what? Some guy's tattooing there and he hasn't even wrapped the bench up. I do still think that's gross. Yeah, he hasn't wrapped the ink, like, what do you call it? The clipcord sleeve. And then he's dragging it all over the back of the guy's tattooing. And he does that with, every guy. I'm like, that seems a bit gross. But then they never have a problem. No one ever heals bad. And it's like, maybe it's not as big a deal. Like, they used to tattoo with no gloves on and like...
Yeah.
Lick the needles clean and that.
I saw a funny one with the no gloves thing. I didn't screenshot it though. It was like, this is my first tattoo off my friend. She's just starting. Like, she's never fucking picked up a tattoo machine in her life and she's just tattooed her mate. And the picture of it, you can see she's got no gloves on. And everyone's like, why is she not wearing gloves? And she's like, because I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to AIDS. I can't get it. Right, so what was the other thing that I just had there? There was one more thing about sponsorship, but I can't be bothered to read that right now.
Do you want to do one of mine?
Let's do some of Sophie's ones, yeah. What do you want me to open? Are these things to put on that other screen?
Yeah. The diabetes one's pretty cool. The diabetes one.
Right, which one first? Both?
There, that's the explanation, and the next one's the... You don't have to read that whole thing, but this guy's been tattooing for 16 years, and he's never experienced this in his life. He tattooed this devil onto someone, and he's diabetic, and it just completely dropped out.
I saw that post.
And I thought it was mental. I've never seen it. It looks like it's not even been tattooed. It's just gone. But people in the comments were saying, on the day you tattooed it fresh, you can see all those spots.
Yeah, so this is like, we talked about this the other week, didn't we? Like, if you've got an infection in your blood, even if it's in a different spot in your body, like it's on your finger and you're getting tattooed on the leg, it's in your blood. It's gonna like come to any, because your body's trying to get rid of the shit that's in it. It's gonna come to any open wound. So if you open a new one up, it's just gonna be like, okay, there, I guess.
But those were like diabetic sores or something, like, you know, when people are gonna lose their legs.
People who was dying of beaties already don't have like good blood flow, do they? Especially in their legs and stuff. And
people say like, they were talking about like, should you just say next time, or...
It seems so risky to even tattoo, like when someone with diabetes has got open sores. Because like, what was it Dan's mate? He had to get his foot removed because he got bit by like a bug or something. It's like, he got bit by a bug, the bite gets infected, and then he has to get like his foot off. It's like, obviously it's the diabetes is the problem, it's not the bite.
Yeah.
But
I think he was saying as well that like he's tattooed his legs before and it's been fine. But I guess that's colour and bigger than...
I honestly don't know I don't know what I'd do there. I don't know if I'd go back in. Weird that it's like, it's a bit of the black as well. I was going to say it's only the red. It's weird how it's missed the eye completely. But red is a colour that you're more likely to have a reaction to.
The forehead seems fine. Like on the
it's like the middle of the forehead all the way to that, where that dark red starts. It could be something in that dark red potentially that's like
so many
kicked
factors.
off an allergy.
It's like...
Then the black in the teeth's gone. There's some black left. It's like...
It's probably like a certain type of blood, like vein or artery that goes through the leg at that exact point.
That shape as well. It's like, it looks like a certain shape, doesn't it? It's brutal, that like.
Oh my god, it does look like veins, like a network.
I have had it happen, not this bad, and the guy didn't have... well, I didn't have this bad. It might be this bad. A guy... Carlo, I used to tattoo. I tattooed him at a tattoo convention. I did a Hellboy portrait. That was a lot of red.
Oh.
And it was like, it's one of the things that got my work kind of noticed at tattoo conventions. And he got that infected and just almost all of it was gone.
It's mad how it just goes. Is it like scarred underneath, or is it just
seemed to...
Like it's been lasered?
Never heal, yeah. Just didn't get to heal.
It's mental.
What else have we got? Noob and Rent.
The Noob one is... brutal.
Is that finger
That's
thing?
The finger
okay.
one, yeah.
Noob one's brutal. Should we go Rent?
Yeah, Rent. So this was a dirty delete.
Which one? This one?
But
both again.
Just do one at a time though, because they're both different.
Oh right, okay.
So this one...
Wondering how everyone does booth rent. To me, 1,000 a week is really low, but I see a lot of notes online about how booth rent should be between $750 and $1,500 a month. A lot of places in the US. Standard I Group was 50% of all sales, and I had to supply everything except paper towels, green soap, and Madicide. I currently use 2 rooms, one for piece and one for tattoo, and considering offering up the second room for booth rent.
And this got dirty deleted because they got absolutely dragged in the comments.
So you want someone to pay $4,000 a month to rent to work in your studio? At that rate, they could open their own studio. And so many shops wonder why they can't find keep artists. This is like been on there a little bit, hasn't it, lately? Like the booth rent thing,
yeah.
Like how much do you pay, kind of thing. And I think it's like the deal's basically made at the beginning, and you can negotiate sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think personally that I think we've discussed it before. Like a percentage is more fair. And if you work it out in percentage... Well, it's not more fair, sorry. It's whichever one you agree to is whatever's fair. But
yeah.
The percentage, I like the percentage because if you make nothing, you pay nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to push you to, like, slave yourself either. And then if you make some, everyone gets, like, a bit. It's kind of like... It's fair, I think, the split.
You're going to have to chase people up, like, with this, if they're not paying.
Yeah. But sometimes if it's 50%, say, sometimes if you're really busy, that ends up being way more than any booth rent would have been.
Right.
Like, say if it's like 100 quid a day, that would be 500 quid a week for just your booth rent kind of thing. But if you're doing 500 quid tattoos every day and you've got a full week booked, that's like, what's that going to work out as? 250 times 5. That's like $1,000, 1,200 quid, which is way more than the 500 quid it would cost if you were doing booth rent.
Yeah.
But then if you want like 3 weeks off, that costs you 0 instead of 1,500 quid.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's kind of like a little bit of both.
I'm kind of was blown away by that's the thing. Like, she thinks 1,000 a week so like really low. Like, where?
That's what they're saying though. But in America, it tends to be like 200 an hour is about like 150 to 200 an hour is average kind of price.
Right.
Where ours is more like 60 quid is kind of average for like all right artists or whatever. I'm guessing like down London it's more like 120 something like that maybe. Again, it goes up. Like some people are 200 or whatever.
Yeah.
An hour. So if you're doing like 200 an hour or 150 an hour, and you're doing 5 or 6 hours a day, it's gonna like $1,000 would end up being low. And then you know the wherever that you don't know where she lives, their building might be like might be expensive.
Yeah, if they're in like California or something.
Yeah. But really, like one thing I saw some guys talking about on the internet. He's saying this is not to do with tattooing in general. It's like whatever their business was, 50%, or even if it's like you get 20% in the studio, get 70%, which I think is unfair. But some places do. It's still way more than Nissan's giving you percentage-wise. It's way more than Asda is giving you, or Morrison's or whatever. Like you're getting like 0.0001% with your like 300 quid a week, when Morrison's making like 5 billion a day or whatever. It's still like 50% a fair amount.
Yeah.
I think like 50% like depends on what you get. It's kind of was standard for ages. I think that went up. I tried putting it up at one point, and I couldn't end up affording stuff. And you've still got, like, it's a business, so as the owner, you're probably supposed to be making profit still if you're going to have other people working there.
Yeah.
But some of these on there want people to not be making profit as well, don't they, when you start reading the comment? Or the comments. So what's this one?
It's probably the same vibe.
300 a day to work there, that's an average of 7.5 a month. Responded politely and professionally, but really wanted to tell them they're out of their minds. It's like... when you say it like that, it's going to cost you 300 a day to work, but they might be charging like $2,000 a day. Sometimes that's how it is in America. So then your 300 a day is going to be like fine. That's like 50% on 600 a day, and they're likely to be $1,000 a day. So if they were 50%, it would be 500 a day. But this is the difference with charging the booth rent versus the split. And I think the split's just personally better. I feel more comfortable with that. Like, because I know that the way I am, if someone hadn't made anything, I'd be like, don't worry about it this week, mate. And then I'd get pissed off about it when I'm being the one saying it kind of thing. So it's like, I way prefer it to just be like, you know, if you want to work harder, you get more. If you know.
Yeah. Also, I suppose that one says LA, so it could be like super busy.
Honestly, that probably is very cheap for LA, and they just don't understand how it works.
A lot of people complaining on this because there's a lot of people own tattoo studios, but they're not tattoo artists who own the studios. That's a lot of this is kind of linked to this sort of complaining.
Yeah. I don't know if they need to be, though. It's like you're saying yes when you go there or no when you go there. That's up to you, and that's the end of it, basically.
But I think it's because when they're not in the industry, they don't know it enough to like...
Yeah.
It's like people who don't play games.
They don't know that you're special because you can draw pictures, and you need to be treated different because you're special.
Well, no, because like it's the same reason why games end up being shit, because there's people on the board,
who
don't play
and they're
games.
just like, make the game faster. I don't care about this. I want more microtransactions in it.
So, right.
This one? Middle one, okay.
This one's brutal. Like, she says, I've been drawing for years. I'm just looking for a kind critique, maybe some advice. I'm started practicing with fake skin and such too. I also look towards more of a cartoony art. She's got 3 kids and whatever. She put that PS because she posted a picture of her art. And,
right, which one? This horse.
Any of them, the horse, yeah.
That horse, like, thumbnail makes me want to click it already.
She's been drawn for years.
Don't like to make my kids feel neglected since they've been on school. Right, so this is drawn for years. She got, like, destroyed, didn't she, on the internet?
She got absolutely... And, like, I screenshot 2 of the comments because I was like, oh my God.
Welcome to the internet. Hello. Is this your first day? Yeah. Right. Are these all her drawings?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's not worth slagging off, obviously.
The owl's the best one out of them,
Okay.
but it's wrong way around.
No, it's not now. Not anymore, baby.
The owl's the one I see the most potential in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like...
It's like my advice is go and watch YouTube, like art drawing things, and then come back.
Do you want to see what some other people's advice was?
Yes, I do, yeah.
It's those two.
Should we have the pictures up still there?
No, it's fine.
Ain't no hater, but if this drawing practice after a few years, maybe you shouldn't do it. I'm not a dentist and never gonna be. No, lol, you got to be real with the person, lol. Drawing is not for you, lol. If you practice for years and still draw like this, then something ain't right. I got lucky and was born with a gift to be able to draw. Some people just can't improve even if they practice. It's the pill some can't swallow. Sorry, just being honest. Right, I think they're wrong. Personally. I may be special though. But my drawings were shit. And like, I don't know if my drawings would have got better if I was just left to it to draw how I thought I would have to draw. It's like, you know, you're drawing a nose and you think you're drawing a nose, or you're drawing a horse how you think a horse looks or whatever. Or you look at a horse and you still can't get... There's like some block in the middle that stops you from like understanding how to actually do it. Like... You need to look at things like shapes, not like a horse's nose or whatever.
Yeah, you break it down.
Very basic, like early art advice kind of thing. And without being given that little step, you might, like, you know, the 100 monkeys typewriter thing.
Yeah.
You might eventually figure it out. But I think this guy who thinks he's magic and was somehow born with a gift, he was probably told that when he was like 6.
Yeah.
And she's never been told that yet. Or whatever the thing is. I think, honestly, something would be told to her where she'd be able to get better at it.
Yeah.
She might be like... She might have too much doubt in herself to be able to get past that or whatever. But I think anyone can learn it, honestly. I don't think it's true to think that you can't. The worst thing about this, though, this is why I feel a bit strongly about that, is because I've said that to someone.
Yeah.
A guy called Glenn, I told him that he wanted to be a tattooist, and he came to the studio to give my boss at the time some of his drawings to have a look at. And I said, mate, I don't think you've got it. I think you should probably stop. And it's brutal. Like, I've since told him that I was wrong, mate. You should definitely do it again. He's like, oh, no, it's too late now. And it's like, it's kind of my fault.
Yeah.
But he wanted to do it. And I think he could have got better, because my drawings at that time were worse than his. I just had the mechanical knowledge to be able to use my hands to apply and copy something. I don't think that's
I mean,
right.
she's done a lot of drawings, so she clearly likes it. And I think liking it's a big part of it.
Yeah, liking it is the key. But then like you've got to take the liking it away to then learn how to work on it and make it better. It's like a skill you've got to learn.
It was definitely a misunderstanding as well, saying I've been drawing for years. It's mean like she's not been drawing.
She's liked
properly.
it for years, and she's had a couple of goes. She's had like 7 goes over 3 years or something. Yeah.
Drawing for years means you've got like sketchbooks.
If you're drawing every day, and you've got 100 sketchbooks full. Right, what else have we got then? That's the Sophie stuff over with.
Yep, that's a Sophie.
These are not tattoo related things. We're going to not tattooed for a second. Queer Pock Marketplace. I just saw this on a post. I don't know what group. Is this item still available? Yes. Would there be any way you consider donating it free to a queer Pock household? No. Racist. Pock is people of colour, by the way, if you didn't know that.
A queer POC and their name's Ash. It's so like textbook.
I like this one. The kids asked if they could write "Let It Snow" on the windows. Let it snow. I like that. This is like the meme dump me and Sophie normally do, like after like a weekend or whatever. It's like, look at this thing that I saved. Look at this thing that I saved. What's this? Try hard art person. What's that one? Someone says...
I've seen this tweet.
Being a good artist isn't about having artistic talents, but practice and having the willpower of a roach that has been smacked 20 times with a rolled up magazine and yet still refuses to die. It's like, mate, art doesn't have to be that hard, like.
No, it doesn't.
Just enjoy it and go and fucking draw something.
I do feel that though a little bit.
Do you?
But like the person with the newspaper, I'm the roach, but I'm also the person with the newspaper.
Smacking yourself.
Smacking myself, yeah.
Here's a tattoo that I did the other day.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I got told that it looks like it's photoshopped, and I
does?
I wrote, thank you. I haven't had that compliment for years.
You said you struggle with hands as well, but that looks fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know how it'll heal. I don't like hands. I think
Did you do the stuff above
this
it?
bit here might come out a bit. Yeah, that's like going into some other stuff I did a few years ago.
I like it. I like the blue and
this
the green.
doesn't look like it's in properly. This bit here could do with a bit more. This bit here might not be perfect. I do like it though. Like the outline needs another go over. Like, but I know that he'll come back and he's going to get both hands touched up at the same time. So
what's that on the top right? Is it like a shape?
It's like it's some kind of ibis or something. Like not ibis. What they called? Some kind of antelope-y thing. Here is Smashulence Shaculence.
Oh yes.
Graffiti that I did.
Wow.
That was that. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. I quit twice. And I think it needs this is like just after I finish, so some of this paint's still wet, the black. But I think some of it's gloss and some of it isn't, so it needs like a layer of
it's super eye-catching, the colours for the text.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I thought it had sesame seeds on them.
It's annoying how the S's are different, but they didn't use a projector, did I? Like a noob. Nah, sesame seeds, I thought about it. It's too hard.
What about are you going to do I know you finished.
I'm finished, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would have liked to see it. It makes it sound like I'm the master. I'd have liked to see like one of those juice squirt things,
coming out of the burger.
Yeah.
I did have them on the original drawing, didn't I?
That's what I was thinking.
Like in there or something like that. I should have done them. I guess I still could. I did message him about putting the varnish over the top. I said if you haven't done it, I'll come up and do it, and he hasn't replied, so he can fuck off.
He's already squirted ketchup up.
He's sick of it, I think. I think he's just sick of the whole trying to make a business. Yeah, the writing's harder than I thought. Obviously, it could be better, but it's hard to do with cans. But I was talking to Graham, who was being commented on there. Have we got a comment there? Nicola sent the heel pictures of our outpour prints. Thanks again. Okay. What was I saying? I was talking to Graham, who was commented on there the other day, and I think I should have probably done it realistic instead of in the cartoony style.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think what I did was I kind of looked at it thinking, I like this cartoony style. Let's do it in cartoony style. And it's like these paintings. This one's done with can you see them on there? This one's done with acrylic paint. It's hard to see on there properly, but that's done with acrylics. That's done with oils. The portrait that I've got out there is also done with oils. And that robin that's over there that no one can see is also done with oils. You can do that with acrylic and you can do that with oil, but it would be way harder to do that with oil than acrylic, and it would be way harder to do that with acrylic than oil.
Right.
So I think I find it easier to use the medium to its advantages.
Right, yeah.
So with graffiti, I'm thinking, I love doing these kind of bright colours. That'll be easy in graffiti, won't it? No.
Why not?
Because there's all sorts of outlines in graffiti are fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because one thing I forgot about is that when the can's full, there's too much pressure and it puts too much paint and then it runs. Whereas if you've got a nearly empty can, you can get nice lines. Right. So you've got to waste half a can or more than half a can of black just to get the outlines nice. And it's like, oh God, this is stressful. And say stuff like that yellow outline around the red writing, the yellow's not perfectly opaque on one pass. So it's like you've got to do 2 passes of the same perfect line. And it's like, and I've got so much to do that I might run out of the yellow. So it's like...
But I don't say realistic.
It's more like you've
graffiti.
Got to buy 3 cans of yellow just to get 1 can's worth of paint on the thing. Realistic graffiti is like that lion that I did. Do you not know? You know that one or not?
I think I saw a
No, not
did
like a gorilla. Gorilla, I mean monkey, chimp. In fact,
yes. I saw the chimp. I mean, I can't remember what it looks like, but
Instagram.com/ThanksAnderton. Let's go on me old Instas and I'll show you it. Small camera, second display. Is this going to let me? Continue. Please let me. Come on.
You mean you don't have to, you can just scroll down?
It won't let us, will it?
Yeah.
Will it?
This is just like a humble flex of Instagram.
Eventually it'll stop and be like, you've got to log in, mate.
How long ago did you do it?
It was a few years now, so it'll be a bit down. Come on. Load faster. Right, that's taking too long, isn't it? This happened last time, didn't it?
I like the Kalimba?
Kalimba, yes,
Kalimba?
thanks. Let's forget about that then. It's so annoying, that.
I think it's just because all the graffiti that I see is this bubbly, like,
Well, did you
colourful
see
writing.
that? In fact, what I could do, this is not my work, but I'll show you.
You should do a graffiti wars.
Smug One, he's awesome artist. These are his.
Wow.
So
What?
that's like graffiti still. Do you know what I mean? Like, he would be able to do outlines, obviously. But
Would you ever do anything?
I genuinely think that realistic is easier with spray cans because you can just kind of go and then cut in
Yeah.
like this. It's not like you've got to be like perfect, like movement, perfect distance away from the wall and everything, perfect amount of paint in the can and stuff, you know. So I think it would suit me better to do that. Like, not with this Get Light Sauce, because that's again going to be really hard.
Is he a tattoo artist?
No, he's had a go though. He's been tattooed by Jason, and he's been tattooed by Marcus Maguire quite a lot.
That skull's cool.
Which one?
Up the left, like the geisha.
Oh, that geisha. Ha, geisha. Some of his stuff is awesome though, like. But yeah, I think that would have been better if I'd done like a realistic burger, like zoomed in. That would have been like a better piece, I think. But whatever, I wanted to do that. It's a lesson, isn't it? So, you know. The Nars, watch this. What's this, I mean? Oh, I just saw this and I thought I would send it to you the other day, but I didn't. He says he loves me but doesn't have my initials tatted, so whatever. Has Jordan got your initials tatted?
I'd absolutely kill him if he did.
Right.
Crap.
So that's enough tattoo shop talk. That's all that covered basically, apart from that sponsorship thing I don't care about. So I found some different groups. One is called Men Cock Blocking Themselves.
I've heard of this one.
Saw something funny on that. These are not tattoo related at all. What's up? How are you? Hey, I'm well. How are you? Good, just getting done with lunch. What are you up to? Just at home doing laundry and giving my pup a bath. Ah, nice. Wish you were giving me a bath.
Like you're an old person.
Oh, God. Right, and then there was another one called Right, Enough Chit Chat. Let's talk. Time to talk about my penis. This one I thought was funny. So it's on Tinder again. Cute dog. I'm gonna put it like this so I can like creep it up. So it's like, cute dog. Snap. You thought my dog was cute. You should see my cock. I'm jealous of your heart because it's pumping inside you and I'm not.
Fucking hell.
And she's like, yeah, not into it.
That is, like, he's coming on strong.
It is after no messages, basically.
That's the second message.
Right, this one I thought was fucking funny as well. Hiccups. I have the hiccups. That sucks. Maybe a dick down your throat would help. Oh dear.
I think it's funny though. Like if they do it because they do it because they don't care.
Yeah.
They just matched with you on Tinder and like, yeah, whatever.
This one I thought you would find hilarious, Sophie. So he starts with, just a small town girl. Then she's like, living in a lonely world.
Nose blown emoji, nose blown emoji.
Then he's like, well, I know this is kind of weird and pushy, haha, but would you like to have sex with me? I'm not a creep or a pervert, just a genuine guy. I would treat you with respect and the sex would be good. I can even make you squirt if the connection is right, haha, which is piss, by the way. I will not judge you or think you're easy, so yeah, excuse me if I come across a little uncalibrated, but I think you're attractive, so what do you think, haha? Then he goes, she took the midnight train going anywhere. Oh. This one also hilarious. Oh, I wonder if I should tell these in different orders. I don't know.
You like this group, don't you?
I do like this script, yeah, so this is fucking funny. Right, what we got here. Hey, sorry to hear about your grandma. I'm here to talk if you want. But also, you said you would send tits a couple of days ago and you never did. But it's okay, I'll get you have a lot going on. Just when you get the chance.
Oh, fuck, that one's so real.
Oh, God. This one said something like stolen from... I think my vagina just made the Chernobyl alarm sound.
I've heard that. I think my vagina just made the Windows 98 shutting down sound.
That was that Lonely Girl Journey one. And this one, not my favourite one, but like... The ladies call my bee the womb broom. I want to find out why.
Don't put your whole beard up there, like.
Oh, God, man. Some people are fucking mental, aren't they? And I think that might be everything we've covered, you know.
What's bum lines?
Bum lines, where's it say that? Bum lines. Oh, no, we have got one left. So this was, it said something different, but I changed it. When you're so proud of how far you can get your arm up a bum that you get it tattooed. It actually said down a Pringles can, but I'm like, nah.
Did you do that?
I changed it to up a bum, yeah. And I did it rough on purpose because I think it's funnier to have it rough.
I was just about to say, one of my favourite things about that kind of meme is the rough, like, botched job of putting the text over the top. I love it.
Like, I did it in Photoshop this morning. I could have made it perfect, obviously, but I liked it.
It's better when it's like that. Especially when it gets so, like, you know when...
That's happened, like, loads of times.
Yeah. You can barely even see what they originally said.
So anyone who's got that tattooed, it's the proud of how far they can get up the bum.
I've tattooed that on someone before.
Have you? Well, now you know.
You know what as well?
So is that
Guess
everything?
What?
Is
Guess
that everything?
What? They were gay as well.
See? Fucking knew it. Knew it. Should we do the sponsorship thing or not?
I don't know what
Let
this
me
is.
have a quick read of it. Nah. It's like a more serious one. I can't be asked. I've had fun having a laugh. And I don't want to go into something serious at the end, so, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough from us then. So, small camera, big. We have been, thanks Andy and Sophie Jackson, on the Best Ever Tattoo Podcast.
It gets slow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Hopefully that covers it. No, kind of. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.